they trigger focus in us and we become more alert, which is good for our mental well-being. And also, endorphins are released. Now, these chemicals produce what I call the happy chemicals in our brain, things like dopamine, serotonin. And the great thing about these chemicals is that they're addictive. So rather than being, they're the same sort of chemicals that alcoholics or gamblers, they're produced when those guys get that kick. But how great to be addicted to something that's actually really benefiting us. So exercise, that's the second one. The G in the B.E.G.S system has been described as, it's been described as many things actually, but the one thing that sticks with me is some prominent leader in the industry described it as the key to life, which is a bit profound. It can change lives, and it does change lives, and it is so, so simple. And all of these processes are about rewiring your brain in a way that is hardwired so that it's in your subconscious, so you don't have to consciously think to do it, it just happens. And this word is gratitude. Now, gratitude is a way of life for me now, and it's subconscious. It's something that I do without even thinking. Now, the difficulty with us as human beings is that we've evolved from cavemen. So we are hardwired down to the last atom and cell in our body to look for danger. Our instinct is to look out for the saber-toothed tiger and the mammoth that's going to come and kill us. So we look for danger in our daily life. That's how we've been programmed. Now, with gratitude, we can change that, and we look for the positive. So we automatically can, things in our daily life, we only notice the good things. And if you had the choice of walking around on a day-to-day basis, noticing all the crap that goes on and all the bad things, or you could walk around and just automatically be filled with the abundance of beauty and the great things that are happening in life, there's a choice there, and I know the one I prefer, and it's a much better way of living. So gratitude, really, really important. The last letter in this acronym of B.E.G.S is S. Now, a study, the longest study in the history of happiness and health, has found out that this word is the most important thing to attribute to somebody's overall quality and well-being in life. And it's something so enjoyable, and there's no effort in doing this thing. It really is something that we all like doing, some people more than others, but it's a great thing to do. It's not effort. It just takes maybe a bit of realisation that, oh, actually that is so important, so I will make that phone call, I will go to that event. And it's socialising. So Harvard did a study back in the 30s. They took 634 what's the word? People. Can't remember the scientific word for the people in the study, but they took 634 people of college-age men from two different segments of life. Half of them were from the slums of Boston, so they had absolutely nothing, and half of them were from Harvard. They'd just graduated from Harvard. And what they did, this was a very, very in-depth study. So on a yearly basis, they would contact each one of these people, and they would send them questionnaires, detailed questionnaires, which they'd fill out. They'd look at their medical records. They'd actually go to their house and interview their spouses and their family and ask them questions about them. And they'd really delve into their lives, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, find out exactly what's going on for them. And they monitored these people. And the surprising thing to the researchers of this study was that, you know, after 70 odd years, was that the ones that were most, seemed to be the most fulfilled and happy, I guess, for want of a better word, it's an overused word, but they were the happiest, were the people that had really good social connections with family, with friends, and with community. And we all have the ability to do that. Even if you're a bit of a loner at the moment, you can give yourself a little push and get out there and just meet people. So if there's one thing that you take away from this talk today, I think it should be, and I'd like to invite you to take the fact that being close with a network of friends is so important. So that's the B.E.G.S system, and I'd just like to finish with just saying that happiness is a skill. For years and years, many philosophers and scientists and researchers thought it was just a fleeting state of mind, and now we know that, and this is profound, I think, now we know that it's something you can learn and it's something you can develop, and our brains have something which is called neuroplasticity, and all that means is that they can mould and change. Now, we didn't know this decades ago. We thought that we had to change the brain to change the mind. Now we know our mind, our thoughts, can change the brain. So we have the potential and the ability to shape our own brains, which means we can shape our own futures, our own happiness, our own lifestyles, everything out of life. And the benefits of being happy are 100-fold. Everything else increases. Your chances of promotion, your chances of your happiness, your health, your relationships, everything. And it comes from being happy first. It's not a byproduct of gaining these other things, gaining that promotion, buying that flash new car, whatever it is you want. Does not, it will release those happiness chemicals, but they don't last and they don't stay with you. It's much better to have the happiness first. You will then go through life achieving these things that you want anyway, but you won't lose that initial feeling. So my really advice for you is concentrate on the one thing that really, really means the most in life, which is happiness, and you will achieve all the other things that you want to get anyway. So thanks for listening, and I wish you a happy life.